G'day tubers. This is the vlog I wasn't going to make, especially not now. I've got a croaky voice. Very croaky. Comes and goes. Anyway, I've been watching some vlogs. First was through Laci Green about these YouTubers who are hiding behind the idea of pranks to sexually harass and maybe sexually assault people, especially young women. Been watching these, and because Sam Pepper is the one who's been named quite a fair bit, and he has lost his YouTube partnership program and dropped both networks and lost a corporate sponsorship or something. And there seem to be quite a few videos out there talking about him, especially young girls. And I took the time to listen to a small handful of them, and there seems to be a pattern which they all share with the stories with Sam Pepper. And it's a pattern which is often also echoed with other cases where people have alleged something improper has happened. Now, it's good that he's lost his right to advertise. It's good that his whole network system is gone, for which he made money. I hear he's lost corporate sponsorship. Good. But it's not far enough. The next step is for YouTube to ban people such as Sam Pepper from having an account with YouTube. Or at least to close his account and to never allow him to open that account again. All other such video creators who make such videos should also have all their videos removed and their channels shut down. That is the appropriate response. That takes away their airtime. The even more disappointing is when you watch videos by people such as Laci Green, who often finds herself at the end of threats. And you got other videos by other young women who talk about matters such as this. And it is sad to see just how many of their videos have comments by males who abuse them, who threaten them, who say things that they hope that they get raped. And it's a lot. It's not a small amount of it, it's a lot. It's not the right way to behave. It is very much the wrong way to behave. And it is my point of view that, in this case, YouTube should shut them all down. People who are making comments like that, like making threatening calls like that, they should be shut down. And of course, it's the power of people like you and myself to report them, and YouTube should act on it. You know, let's not have YouTube become Facebook, where Facebook permits images and videos of children and women being hacked to bits and sexually assaulted and tortured and so on. It is quite disappointing to see the number of males, and I'll say males, I won't say men, males who I say threatening towards women. I call you males and not men because you're not behaving like men if you behave like that. Just because you got a dick between your legs doesn't make you a man. Your behaviour determines whether you're a man or not. Not having a dick. If your dick mate does all your thinking for you, then you are a dick. Simple as that. It's. I agree with the feminists and so on say that there's a lot of factors regard to business and so on who do encourage the business practice and advertising and so on that it's good to do this sort of thing. It glamorizes it. Not the sort of person who wants everything banned. Certainly there is a social responsibility, and when the adults aren't committed to providing the correct social responsibility, then why should our children grow up thinking that they should when their elders aren't? It's not being a father of 3 daughters that makes me think this, because I've always thought like this. I've always been like this. I've never really, been one to really just go up and just approach people for relationship or sex that much, the way we quite commonly do. I grew up with social anxiety, so you just don't do it. What I'm seeing is not right, and I raise my 3 daughters to not accept being treated in certain ways, and we're raising our son to not behave in these ways as well. We've got to send the right message out there. And it reminds me of all this when we're living in Rockhampton and we had children's swings in the backyard. We had a problem where someone or some people were coming to the yard at night and vandalising the swing equipment so that it snapped while they were playing, or in one case the whole frame. I saw it looking loose while they were playing on it, and I went up and you could see it was interfered with, so I took them off it. The police came and looked at it. The police agreed that it was interfered with and someone was deliberately seeking to hurt the children. Now, one chat with a cop at this house was he asked me what would I do if I found out he was doing things like this, and my comment to him was straight to his face, eye to eye, that they better report themselves to the police, because they'd be better off under police protection. Because if I catch them, I point to down the end of the road with those railway tracks, and I said, they better run to you, because if I catch them, there's railway tracks down there. Just as well, nobody turned up dead on railway tracks shortly after that. They would have been coming for me. But yeah, and I guess that's the general mentality of most parents, if they're protective of their children. But yeah, you see, male or female, you just don't behave like that, and there are women who behave like that towards other men and other women as well. And there are men, it's what I find fascinating. There are men who will claim to be straight, and when males, not men, males, there are males who, when they hear it or learn of another bloke is is gay, or they think he's gay, I'll sexually harass him. And then I'll take out, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's wrong behaviour. It shouldn't be allowed. We should not permit it. We should not support it. We should not be going on to other YouTubers' videos and verbally abusing people when they stand up against these things. It's wrong, especially when they're attacking women. That's a cowardly thing to do. You can't call yourself a man while hiding in your safe house behind your keyboard, abusing someone. It's incredibly cowardly, and it is my said before, my belief that YouTube should be closing these accounts. Close them, YouTube, because if you permit them to stay open, then you, in my mind, you're guilty of allowing these things to persist. Simple as that. And young people are watching these videos, and it's encouraging them, quite possibly, to behave like this. Cancel their accounts, shut them down, block their IP, blacklist their email address, or whatever you can do. You've got the ability to do it. Forum sites have been doing it for a long time. You can do it too. Stop behaving like that. It's the wrong behaviour. Simple as that. I support people like Laci Green, who is speaking out. I think it's sad that Laci Green, when she does tours, has started to find herself needing police protection because males are leaving threats against her life, or because she's speaking out.